KTM 390 Adventure R crash bars installation guide. We have right side and left side crash bars. We have a cross brace, the supplied hardware, one M10 by 270 millimeter long bolt, washer, nylock nut, and another washer. And then we have four M8 by 25 millimeter long Allen bolts, double washers, and four nylock nuts. We have four M8 by 45 millimeter long bolts plus washers. And then we have four spacers, 13 millimeter tall. And then we have two spacers that are 15 millimeter tall. The tools I'm going to be using: 17 millimeter and 13 millimeter wrench or spanner, ratchet extension, 6 and 8 millimeter Allen sockets. So I've already gone ahead and removed some bolts, and you will have to remove the top bolts from this bracket, and then you will have to remove the through bolt. If you have our skip plate installed, then you will have to do the same thing. Pull out the long through bolt. I put a scissor lift underneath. You can use anything you see fit. On the other side, same deal. I removed the top two bolts, and on this side, just to be sure, I put in a long M10 through bolt, but pretty much a large screwdriver or something will do, as long as it's metal. Put it in just to keep things from moving. Not that they would, but it's best to be safe. So this is the setup you have to do before you start the installation process. I'm going to go ahead and grab the right side crash bar, and I have the 13 millimeter tall spacers. I'm going to put the bolt through with the spacer on the back side like that. Just hand thread it in. You don't need to go too far because you will have to put in the next spacer behind it. No tools are necessary at this point. And then you can grab the long through bolt. I did put some mechanical grease, bearing grease on it, so it slips in nicely. And on the other side, the short through bolt I put in just to prevent the engine from potentially sagging. That's probably going to fall out unless I keep my hand in there. So I'm going to push this all the way through, like so. So this is how we're looking. We have the top two bolts in, through bolt also in. This is still nice and loose. We can proceed with the very same steps on the other side, except for the washer and nut on the opposite end of this bolt. You can also try putting the spacers in. They tend to stay in if you're careful, but if they keep falling out, just put them on, slip them on the bolt on the back side when you push it through here. Also, we recommend that you apply some blue Loctite on these top bolts. I did so. You might need to wiggle the bolts to catch the thread. It's a bit of an awkward spot here. So that's through. And now on this side, you can even hang it on a long through bolt, at least the bottom end. As you can see, it takes a little wiggling, like so. And then washer and the M10 nylock nut. Spin it on nicely. Now we can proceed with the cross brace installation. Just a small reminder here, With the skid plate, you will receive a short spacer because the bracket is closer to the frame. And with the crash bars, you will receive a longer spacer. So if you're not installing our skid plate, then you will just go ahead and put in the spacers that we supply with the crash bars. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the cross brace. You're gonna mount it on the inside, so it's gonna go in between the right side, left side bars. You can let it hang, or you can put in all 4 bolts first before you spin on the nylock nuts, either or. Now I have the washer, the nylock nut, and you can go ahead and spin them on one by one. All right, so when all the bolts and nuts, washers, they're all in place, you can go ahead and gradually tighten each of those bolts and nuts. We recommend that you do not pull one bolt all the way till it bottoms out. Just turn each bolt a few times, pick yourself a direction, and then turn this bolt a few times, the next one a few times, and then start all over again. You can go ahead with that same direction. We also suggest that you check all the bolts and nuts once again after a lengthy test ride. Should you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email, info@outbackmotortek.com, or you can also call toll-free 877-931-3636, or you can also leave a comment here below the video. Thank you very much.